welcome to this month's beer tier.
I've just realised we forgot our beers.
Yeah, we're out walking and we thought, oh, it'd be lovely to get a bit of scenery. There was another bench with a better view, but there was people on it and we thought, couldn't be bored getting in a fight.
Yeah, we're out walking the dogs and we thought, let's just do the beer tier right now, but we realised actually we normally have a beer right now. Next time, we'll have a beer next time.
So if you, just before we get into the video, if you want to do the beer tier, it's part of our Patreon behind the scenes element. So basically, if you want to support the channel and help it grow, you can give donations every month to the channel, and one of the levels is the beer tier, and that allows you to ask bespoke questions, and then we select the best question out of the questions asked and we make a video that goes out to the world and you get full credit.
Yes. So every month we'll just answer a question, and we normally just chill out, have a beer and have a bit more relaxed response.
Yeah.
So this month's question is from
Ned Budaint, and my question is about male bonding and friendship. The two of you seem to be very comfortable being naked together. Is this the result of both being trainers and so seeing your bodies as machines, or is there a true bond between you that makes you comfortable with yourselves and each other? It's clear there's no sexual element to your relationship, you're friends, but you also seem to have a comfort in each other's company that is unusual in male friendship. You often joke about sexual things, but it seems to come from a place of true platonic intimacy, nothing to do with sex. What is male friendship? We all know the cliches about peeing side by side and knowing if your best friend is circumcised or not. Is there anything you're afraid to ask each other? What should friendship between men be? And what are the benefits of having a very close best friend with whom you share everything? There we are.
So really, actually an interesting question. It's something that we've experienced since we started the YouTube channel. A lot of people questioning our friendship. Is it a sexual friendship? Is it a sexual relationship? Or are we just friends? And also we did get a lot of stick in the early days because people didn't understand the kilts. They thought we were just wearing skirts, and two guys wearing skirts, they must be homosexual.
They thought that we were a couple and we were scared to come out. We're like, we've got wives and kids. We were trying. Yeah. It was one of these things, it wasn't even worth addressing, but at the same time it was like, right, okay, this is getting old now. Well, first part of it, basically, Ned, you were saying about we seem to be comfortable being naked together. Now, for me personally, you know, I play rugby from a young age, and the classic, it was shower time. You know, it was just part of the parcel. You got absolutely muddy on the field, you went in and had your showers. Yeah. It just became a thing. You just became comfortable in your own skin. So, to me, it's never really been an issue. I wouldn't necessarily walk about swinging it around. But
I think it's whether you feel somebody being naked is sexualized or not. Yeah. And again, from a sporting background, when you do gym class at school, or you go into your sport and you get changed afterwards, it's like you see naked people all the time. It's not really a sexual thing, and I think this goes back to, in fact, I'm going to get quite philosophical here. Modern life, we're constantly enclosed, so the only time a lot of people do see their skin is when they're about to have sex. Whereas that's not our natural state. Our natural state is actually to be naked. If you look at the tribes, the hunter-gatherer tribes around the world, still to this day, they've got nothing but a loincloth on, and sometimes not even that. So it is our natural state to be around naked people without having to think about sex all the time.
Just Nala.
So for us, it was just a nothing thing. And to go back to that...
Nala, drop. Away. She's picking up bottles again. We're going to take that to the bin.
Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. What was I saying?
Yeah, go back to our natural state.
Yeah, you're going back to our natural state. So we don't really see it as a thing. It's only when you get the comments on YouTube and Facebook that it does become a thing. You're like, oh, really? Is that how we're coming across? So
the thing is with our friendship as well, is that there's no real ego with it. It's about accepting what you're good at and then respecting what your friends are good at. And there's healthy competition, of course there is, but I see this more with females more than men, and I think a lot of ladies would be honest about this, is that a lot of ladies, unfortunately, and this is where, when they talk about sisterhood, but this is where they ultimately fall down, is that they secretly take pleasure when one of them fails. Whereas, you know, I don't take pleasure when Stephen fails. I'm like, damn it, you know, if something's going wrong, I feel annoyed because if it's not working for Stephen, like I want him to do well in whatever it is he's doing, and I'm assuming that's vice versa. If it's not, then you're a fucker.
No, I love to see you fail.
But it's that whole thing, like wanting to see your friends do well, and if you make your peace with that, like I did that a long time ago with friends, you know, you make your peace with it. Just respect what they're good at. When they win, celebrate it with them and genuinely celebrate it with them. Don't just be like, "Way, woohoo, well done," and then secretly go, "Damn it, you know, I want them to lose next time."
So this point goes to all relationships, and not just male bonding relationships, but drop the ego, because everyone has an ego. Rab and I have an ego as well. But it's understanding it and what it's saying to you, because it can rule you and your daily actions too much, and this is when relationships will start to break down. If you just think for a second about even a marriage, for instance, when you are actually having, you know, whether it be a male-male marriage, male-female marriage, female-female marriage, doesn't matter. A lot of problems, marital problems, come from the ego, and it's like not wanting to give in to the power battle. You're always looking to gain one up and not to admit your failings. And the best marriage, not just marriages but relationships, the best relationships I've ever seen is when there is absolutely zero ego. You understand your own shortcomings, you understand your own strengths and weaknesses, and you work together for a common purpose. And I think that's probably what Rab and I have got. We've got a common purpose. For the majority of the time, it's just, okay, we're having fun today. Yeah, we're having fun. Right, what's next? Yeah. Okay, the common purpose is to have fun. Therefore, as soon as we're not having fun, you're like, right, something's gone wrong here. Let's discuss it. You know, and we do come across our own little stresses in life. Sometimes we're dealing with people, clients or family members, and say, right, let's work together, because we've got a common purpose to always have fun, to always be enjoying ourselves. Then it helps you to drop the ego.
Another important thing for good and real friendships is to actually be yourself. Now, you hear that all the time, just be yourself. But it's amazing how people think they're being themselves, but really when they're around certain friends, they act a certain way, or they have different friends for different things. Now, real friendships are the ones you're just yourself. You don't have to think about what you're doing. You don't have to act a certain way or not talk about certain things. You know, like, I'm a bit of a geek. I'm into my sci-fi stuff, I'm into computer games, I like my sports, I like a whole range of things. But when I'm around Stephen, I don't pretend. I know he's not into computer games, but I still talk to him about the elements of it. I don't go into total detail because I don't want to bore his head off, but nonetheless, I don't hide the fact that I play games. I don't hide the fact I'm into sci-fi books. You know, that's just who I am, and that's part of me, you know.
And on the same note there, I don't pretend to be into sci-fi and into these video games just so that we have a better relationship. It's like, no, you understand where I am, I understand where you are, and then we just focus on the things that we've got in common. And you know, if there's ever a time where you know, you're blathering nonsense to me, then you know, I'll say, I think I've had enough of video games for now. Yeah. But I don't mind hearing little snippets of like you're telling me about a book today.
Yeah.
I'm actually quite fascinated with a few storylines, which is good.
But pick out the themes rather than the actual.
And as long as you're staying open-minded and mindful, more to the point, mindful of the people that you're spending time with, you start to understand them and what they're responding to as well, the parts of your life that they enjoy hearing about, and vice versa. Then you focus on that. The other point that I would make is what you see is our friendship. What you're not seeing is our other friendships that we've got on. You know, so Rab's got more friends than me, and I've got more friends than Rab, and they're all completely different. I would say I've literally got 3 very, very good friends that I trust, respect, and enjoy their company. Not quite the same as Rab and I, for different reasons. And the reason I'm saying this is a lot of people will jump into friendships and they'll try and make something work that's just not there. And it's not because you're a bad person or they're a bad person, it's just because you've got different personalities. And it's giving yourself permission to forego other friendships. Not necessarily falling out with people and never speaking to them, but just don't feel like you have to try and create this bond with somebody. Rab and I are very lucky, the fact that, you know, we kind of grew up together. We grew up with similar backgrounds and in the same area, and coming into our adult life, we just had that connection. We just liked a bunch of the same stuff, and that ultimately makes us laugh, right?
Yeah.
It makes us laugh. Most things make you laugh. You will have a connection with somebody, and we are just very lucky that we found that in our hometown, and the situation that we're in. We didn't go out looking for it; it was just there, and we now created a business based on that, which is just fantastic. I think a lot of people can sometimes not find that due to them being bogged down with relationships that are not really serving them. I can actually speak about myself and my wife about this. We both got, like I've said, I've got 3 friends. My wife's very similar, and don't feel like you have to go out and find it. Sometimes it just happens by itself.
Just gonna wait for that plane to bugger off. Go away, plane. A key thing that I've noticed as life goes on, especially when you get a family, is that it's this onus that you have to stay in touch, right? And then it's worse than that. If someone doesn't stay in touch, the friend gets pissy. And you're like, oh wait now, people are busy, their families, they've got jobs. Let's be fair, if most people work 9 to 5s, they come home, they want their dinner, they want to spend time with the family. They might not have as much time in the week. And then if they've only got the 3 friends, one week they might see one friend, next week might see the other, third week they see that one, and it comes round again. The person, I don't hear from them for 3 weeks. Now, granted, it doesn't take much to send a message, but it's not the point. Is that your true friendships, yes, you'll miss them and you're excited when you see them and show them you're excited to see them, but if a bit of time goes by and you haven't heard from them, don't take it personally. Just think they're busy, you're busy, get in contact with them. If they don't get back to you right away, it's no big deal. The minute you start making it a big deal, that's the friendship going downhill.
Yep.
You should be able to have time apart with friendships, and then we meet up, nothing's changed.
100%. I've actually got a very good friend I was in the army with, and I actually, for my own shame, I can't remember the last time I seen him. However, he does message, and I'll message him now and again, and we never question each other. We're just like, we sometimes have a laugh about it. It's like, yeah, I'll speak to you next year, and it's just a bit of fun. And I think all friendships need to have that element of understanding that you've got your own life, they've got their own life, and you get together when you get together.
And like Stephen said, that we're lucky because we've made a business together and we can hang out all the time because we're jammy that way.
Yeah.
Not everybody does, so you just make time when you make time. And it's okay to not see them for a week or two. It's okay to just send the odd message here and there. You don't need to try and force something. But when you do see it, it's all about valuing that when you are together. Do you have a good time? Are you genuinely happy to see them? Does your tail wag when you see them? You're like, hey, there's my buddy! He's like, yes! That's a true friendship. And then, as you get older in life, if you keep those friendships together, your working life might get easier. You might even retire. And then you'll be a couple of old bastards checking out young chicks going, way, yeah or nay. Your 60s and 70s chatting inappropriately. But nonetheless, that's how friendships last. If you start getting fussy about, haven't heard from them for a week or 2 weeks or whatever, friendships won't last. Because then the other person who's perhaps been really, really busy or got a lot on at their work, or maybe have family issues they don't want to talk about, they don't want the added burden of a friendship that's getting on their back as well. Like, I've got to message Stephen because he messaged me the other day, but I've got to try and meet up with him, but otherwise he'll get upset with me. It's like, it'd be like having 4 or 5 actual full-on relationships, right? If it went that way, and that would just never work.
See, in general terms, my sole purpose in life is health and happiness. This is why this is our baseline for the channel as well, for our business. We coach and teach health and happiness, and that has been my sole mission as well for a very, very long time. And I could add to that of my family as well. I want my family to be healthy and happy. And as soon as you've got somebody in your life, more often than not as friends, if you've got a friend who is taking you away from your purpose, whether it be health and happiness or something different, and I'm speaking from experience here, I had a friend who, he wasn't a bad guy, but I found myself just being drained of energy every time I spoke to him. So the phone calls got further and further apart to a point where I just lost contact. Now for me, it's sad to lose a friendship, but at the same time it wasn't suiting my purpose, and therefore you kind of dump what is not suiting you. And it's not that he's a bad person, he just had a different personality, wasn't suiting my personality. And actually goes back, there's a favourite song of mine, Dougie MacLean's Caledonia, and one of the lines in it is, I lost the friends that needed losing and I found others on the way. And I think for me, you can't find your true friendships if you're holding on to baggage. You'll be too bogged down with the drama and the gossip of people that you're not really enjoying that much time with. and you could lose out on your true buddies.
True buddies. So they are. To answer the question, Ed, that's basically how. So, well, or if I want to answer your question properly, Ed, so how do men or women, because friendship, although men and women friendships are the same but slightly different in terms of how we operate, but nonetheless we'll just address it as the same, is have no ego, alright, be genuinely happy to see them, be genuinely happy when they succeed, and be there for them when they don't. You know, the other things is, what did we say there? Yeah, if time goes by, I haven't been in touch, don't take it personally. Just be like, oh damn, I've not been in touch with him, get in touch with him, and hopefully they would reciprocate it, like not make an issue out of it. Things.
I've just realised also that I've just said to most people, like, don't be scared to lose touch with some people in your life that are not suiting your purpose. But I'm not saying that if like a friend is in a bit of hardship or they're a bit down, they feel a bit depressed, then just to dump them and not speak to them. Obviously be there for friends. If they're true friends and you want to be there for them, then be there for them. That's what a friend is. I'm talking about general personality clashes more than trouble times.
Like you might have a friend that loves getting boozed up all the time. Now if you then want to go on a health kick and you don't want to be drinking anymore, it doesn't serve your purpose to hang out with that friend if all they want to do is drink. You could suggest them, let's go and do something else that doesn't involve drink. If they don't want to do it, all they want to do is drink, then that wouldn't be serving your purpose, and therefore that's the kind of friend you're like, okay, well, if I want to go and drink, I'll go hang out with them, but at the moment I'm not drinking, therefore, you know, dump the baggage, right?
I used to have a friend that would have a bit of fun together. He would always be showing me like funny videos that he's found on Facebook or YouTube or whatever. He'd always show me these different videos, and I was like, yeah, you know, it was a bit of fun. And I remember the day that I found out my gran had cancer. It was just a horrible day, and I was a bit down. I was going to see him, and he's like, oh, how are you today? I was like, I'm not so good today. I says, just found out that my gran's got cancer. And he instantly went to his phone. He's like, oh, but guess what I found today? And he showed me this video, and I was like, right, so you're not going to respond. You're not going to respond at all to what I've just told you, right? Okay. And that was the beginning of the end for me. I was like, this guy is just not. He's just not there. So although I'm saying, you know, lose the friends that you got different personality classes, that was, for me, that was like a big tell of his personality. It was very one-sided, whereas Rab and I, we have a bunch of fun, but at the same time, if either of us are having a bit of issues, we're like, oh shit, let's talk about that.
Yeah, it's reciprocal. There we are. Friendships and relationships are reciprocal. So there we are. That's the secret to good friendship. Ultimately, it's drop the ego, right?
Drop the ego. Drop your ego, be yourself, and you'll have so much more fun.